Hi guys, Cleve here. I'm joined by Adfo and BlindIRL. We're a Schematics team, and now we're going to do a trailer analysis for Industries of Titan. This is a brand new city building game with a trailer just released, and we're going to watch the trailer now in full, and then we're going to come back and do a 0.5 speed analysis of it. See you after the break.
Mother 9, I'm dropping in.
Copy that. Slab C-43 is all yours. Welcome to Titan.
HQ, this is Cav 6. Traffic down here is a mess. You need these isotopes today, you better send a bird.
That's a negative. Birds are busy. Make it happen.
Unidentified vessel. This combat is unsanctioned. Post your war bond or face judgment. War bond received. You may proceed.
Okay, so we're back. If you haven't heard of Brace Yourself Games before, they made a little game called Crypt of the Necrodancer, and I think it's absolutely fascinating that they're trying to tackle the city building genre after that. So if any of you guys want to pause at any point, just say so, and then we'll talk about what we see. So, like, at the beginning of this is mostly just cinematic stuff, right? It's just flying in. What are you laughing at?
The whole trailer is pretty much cinematic.
I'm laughing because now you're kind of hosting.
I just like jacked it. I'm sorry.
So yeah, we see a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, we got to see a little city and space.
My first question is, what planet is this going to be on? Because I guess
Titan.
I guess it's on Titan.
So we're on a moon. We're on a moon. Titan.
Yes, we're on a moon. Let's pause for a second.
Okay, I think.
Okay.
So we see this ship flying by, and they're referencing a bird, right? And there's also like this little police, car thingy. I think it's gonna be really interesting. They're definitely emphasizing like crime, and maybe even like I don't want to say tower defense because that's always kind of a negative connotation, but things coming at your city and trying to bring it down from the base.
One thing I noticed is there's like there's just cars driving around on the street. I mean, I want to back up like a few seconds, but so I guess are people expected to just be walking around in spacesuits all the time, or we're not really worrying about the atmosphere because it's, you know, there's tons of industry smokestacks and everything going on here. Have we not learned from, like, we've obviously moved from Earth? Have we not learned about destroying our new environment, or is this set in like an alternate reality, or what are the environmental concerns here?
That's actually a very good point, because a lot of the futuristic city builders that are out there kind of all go with full-on green energy and stuff.
Like green energy utopia type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and this is straight up fuck Titan, because we know how to fuck up Earth.
Yeah, definitely.
Why not do it again?
This is straight up Blade Runner, and I kind of love that. I think that's what's grabbed me about this trailer and why I want to see more and why I want to speculate about what's happening in this game, because it's fascinating.
What's weird is, or kind of cool, is this game is in the Unreal Engine. So, and this trailer is in engine, according to their little disclaimer at the bottom at the start. So it looks fully 3D, but they have a really, really interesting shader on everything that makes it sort of look like pixel art. Are you guys catching that?
Yeah, a little bit. Another thing that I just want to mention, they've been releasing these various in-engine like 3D giftscape things. It's like, here is one plot of land from the city, and you can find them on the Steam page.
On their Steam page, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking. They also tweet them out constantly, so if you like some of that cyberpunk, like 3D pixel art porn, you can get that there. Okay, so do you want to press pause? Press play now?
Yep.
Okay. So we see like this ship flying by, and there's like a little bit of combat going on here, which I think is really interesting because the one.
Yeah, I think we could pause here again.
Yep, pausing.
Real quick. Because, first of all, go ahead. what do you want to say?
Well, I was just going to say there's a little bit of combat going on here, and I think it's fascinating because there's a statement made over the comms, which is unauthorized combat zone, and then state your war bond, and then it says authorized, you're clear to proceed, and then I guess the enforcer ship just blows up the attacking ship and then flies away. And it's to me that's really interesting because I want to know, like, is there like authorized combat zones?
Yeah, well, I want to know, is the attacker from some neighboring like settlement that is at war with you? Are they coming from another moon?
Is this homegrown terrorism?
Mm-hmm. I mean, do we know anything about whether or not this game will be supporting multiplayer? I mean, could there possibly be RTS combat elements? I don't see a multiplayer tag on Steam.
No,
but I also don't.
Says single player on Steam.
Does it? It does. You're right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we can still speculate, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
But yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
At a later stage.
Yeah, I'm just curious, because that looks like the ships look very similar. The ship that's attacking and the ship that's defending. Are they some sort of rogue? Are they like pirates? Are they, where are they?
My assumption, this is just my guess from what I've seen from the trailer. It just kind of looks like homegrown terrorism to me. Mm-hmm. Just like an uprising or like civilian unrest or. Because this is definitely a very dystopian looking thing, it's
right.
Yeah.
There's hellfire and smokestacks everywhere. I would fully expect this game to be about trying to balance the elements and your resources as well as civil unrest. Because
perhaps it's a competing industry trying to do corporate combat, like trying to destroy one of your factories so that they can get a corporate advantage. Because it is Industries of Titan.
Actually, a good idea.
I mean, it is Industries of Titan, right? I mean, and they're showing lots of smokestacks and stuff.
What was the name of that Mars RTS? It was like a stock market RTS. Huh.
Oh, Off-World Trading Company?
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Something like that kind of thing?
Maybe, yeah.
But maybe to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
Instead of being the full focus of the game, like more thematically.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to pause here because I'm kind of curious how combat will work. Is it more like an RTS style that you have your units and say, okay, attack this? Or
question, I don't know. My guess is it would be like you build some sort of defensive structure and ships get deployed and just
so it's basically automated.
Yeah.
That if it's in a certain range, they will attack stuff.
That would be my guess. Yeah, I agree with that. I see that as very likely.
Defense buildings have like a radius and they can block off, they can defend against attacks within their radius, basically.
Maybe you build a defensive ship and then you can select where you want it to patrol.
Yeah, that would be more RTS stuff. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, it is labeled as a sim/strategy game, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, strategy
is a very light term.
Everything.
Yeah.
I think we can unpause. Sorry.
I just want to make a comment that I loved just the grid-based look to this game. City games that are very free-flowing are one thing, but if you're going for a specific aesthetic, I love the look of it, and the music is just insanely good in this trailer. It fits it perfectly. This is, I think, where the pixel art statement comes to fruition if we pause right here. When you see the, I think it's your ship, the enforcer ship taking off. It's just... if you look at the side of it, you can straight up see pixel art. Like it's almost like little Minecrafty little blocks. But unless you guys have anything to say, we can unpause.
Well, I should have said pause around about 37 seconds, where you see like the full grid of the city, and you see like the cars in motion, and it seems like the cars are just sort of on tracks. And I'm looking really closely, and I don't see like any pedestrians or anyone outside. I also don't see any sort of like parking facilities. I guess I do see tons and tons of vehicles though. So I guess the vehicles,
underground parking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe they pull into ramps and park underneath the buildings and.
They have
good point.
I'm kind of cheating a little bit when I say this, but they have released footage basically stating that all buildings are going to have multiple levels of upgrades. So that if you look at the back there, you see that crane that's upgrading a building. That's a building that's being raised taller than the rest of the skyline, and it's just going to slowly grow as it gets leveled up.
Yeah, that's a familiar SimCity city building trope, is just buildings, they evolve and level up and stuff. But that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys want to keep going?
Yeah. I think we're pretty much done here. There isn't that much left to look
Yeah,
at.
exactly. After that, it's just logo reveal and stuff like that.
But yeah, I think it's really neat to see a company like Brace Yourself Games trying to tackle like the sim space, like city building genre. It's not a genre that you see that often. Like there's enough of them right now because of the resurgence, thanks to games like City Skylines. But
can we pause real quick?
Yeah.
So we're looking at the Industries of Titan over Saturn here, and like they show that enemy ship like leaving the atmosphere. Like, he's possibly going to another moon? Can we speculate? Is that just something cool for the trailer, or is that some sort of teaser that he's actually, potentially the enemies are coming from outside Titan?
Maybe even both.
Yeah,
like
I'm
you
really
have.
Curious.
I have no idea, actually. A thing that I'm really curious about is how the gameplay mechanics will work. I mean, how is it balanced? Is it more city building focused? Is it more economy, so industrial building focused?
So can we cheat slightly? I'm looking at the Steam page right now, and on their GIFs that we did mention, they do have pedestrians walking around on the ground. So have we figured out how to put in oxygen atmosphere on Titan? Because they have tons of little civilians just walking around. They also have a ship on what I can only imagine is some sort of ocean. Interesting.
Oh yeah,
interesting. Have we figured out how to terraform Titan?
But these GIFs almost make me wonder if it's if it is indeed fully 3D or if it's isometric. It actually makes me wonder.
Their GIFs are certainly leading me to believe that it is possibly isometric with snapped rotations.
Yeah. Or maybe a kind of a more free camera mode where you can rotate it at a lower level. But
I think now that we are talking about the Steam page, I think another thing we should point out is it looks like there are weather effects.
And there's also snow in the third GIF there. What can I imagine is snow or hail of some kind.
The city is so grid-based, it almost looks like Anno.
Or that's why I'm curious about how the gameplay will work. Is it like Anno, like you have resources and chains of resources that are getting complexer and or more complex after a while? Or
according to the Steam page, the answer to that would be yes. Because it says set up production lines inside your factories to turn raw resources into ever more powerful devices and buildings. So you have to mine the steel that you need to build the next building or upgrade. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. I'm kind of keen to check this out.
I hope this doesn't come out into early access, honestly. I'm very keen to see this maybe at an event or something. See if I can get my hands on it somewhere or hear more about it out of another event.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Again, this is Industries of Titan, and it is coming out in 2018. It's by Brace Yourself Games, and we are BlindIRL, and I'm Cleve. We are Schematics team, and that was a trailer analysis. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.